Good evening and welcome to Royal Complex. It's a Royal Tomian Rugby encounter 2016 taking place at the Royal Sports Complex. It's a nice afternoon here in Colombo. Joining me on commentary box is Asala and Abdullah Yusuf. Asala, should be a good day to St. Thomas's. What do you think about the game?
And welcome to all of the viewers joining us from around the world and from Sri Lanka. Thanks for joining. And I hope the Tomians can do it this time because under 18s and under 16s happen. The Tomians are going for the 16 slot case. Currently, we are focusing on the 18 games to play for Sampavili Trophy. And doesn't look good for the Tomians.
I hope it will be a good day for the first 15. Here the first 15 lineup for St. Thomas is playing against Royal today. Tehan Pereira, Pandula De Silva, Malinda Deshapriya in the front row. Wayne Mack and Harit Senanayaka will partner at locks. Shani Angamana and Christian Dileli will be the flankers, and Danuj Vijayaratna at number 8.
Transact with over 40 million EasyCash customers via Dialog, Etisalat and Hutch. Dial #11# to register today. Now use selected commercial bank ATMs to withdraw EasyCash at your convenience.
Now I can withdraw EasyCash from any commercial bank ATM which displays the EasyCash logo. Select cardless transactions. Select your preferred language. Select EasyCash. Type in the amount you need. Enter your EasyCash account number. You will receive a message onto your mobile. Enter your EasyCash PIN and send to complete your transaction.
Now use commercial bank ATMs to withdraw EasyCash at your convenience. Call 7111 for more information. EasyCash, money in your mobile. Connect to Sri Lanka's largest Wi-Fi network with over 2,500 hotspots across the country. Cafes, restaurants, colleges, hospitals, bus stands, train stations and many more. Select Dialog Wi-Fi and visit wifi.dialog.lk to register and get your username and password. Choose from 4 easy ways to top up your account. Go Wi-Fi, go Dialog.
Sri Lanka is a small but proud nation, and we know we can conquer the world. So to me, it's important not to settle for anything but the best. Dialogue Television is our window to the world. It brings us the widest range of knowledge, information and entertainment from across Sri Lanka and the globe, from education for our kids to the latest movies. Dialogue Television, powered by the very latest in digital satellite technology, connects the world to every Sri Lankan home. Dialogue is the future today.
Don't be constrained. Be versatile, be flexible. You have the power. Set talk time, SMS and data quotas to match your style and enjoy the full potential of your mobile package. It's my plan from Dialog. Absolute power to you.
To create your own plan, visit www.dialog.lk/myplan or call 1777 for more information.
Now, reserving your train tickets is as easy as reaching for your Dialog mobile. Just dial 444 and get instantly connected with the Dialog Expo Rail ticket reservation service. A new and hassle-free way to discover the breathtaking sights and sounds of Sri Lanka is now conveniently at your fingertips, anytime, anywhere. Dial 444 to reserve your Expo Rail train ticket today. Dialog, the future today. Now transact with over 40 million EasyCash customers via Dialog, Etisalat and Hutch. Dial #11# to register today. Now use selected commercial bank ATMs to withdraw EasyCash at your convenience.
Now I can withdraw Easy Cash from any commercial bank ATM which displays the Easy Cash logo. Select cardless transactions. Select your preferred language. Select Easy Cash. Type in the amount you need. Enter your Easy Cash account number. You will receive a message onto your mobile. Enter your Easy Cash PIN and send to complete your transaction.
Now use commercial bank ATMs to withdraw Easy Cash at your convenience. Call 7111 for more information. Easy Cash, money in your mobile. Connect to Sri Lanka's largest Wi-Fi network with over 2,500 hotspots across the country. Cafes, restaurants, colleges, hospitals, bus stands, train stations and many more. Select Dialog Wi-Fi and visit wifi.dialog.lk to register and get your username and password. Choose from 4 easy ways to top up your account. Go Wi-Fi, go Dialog.
Sri Lanka is a small but proud nation, and we know we can conquer the world. So to me, it's important not to settle for anything but the best. Dialogue Television is our window to the world. It brings us the widest range of knowledge, information and entertainment from across Sri Lanka and the globe, from education for our kids to the latest movies. Dialogue Television, powered by the very latest in digital satellite technology, connects the world to every Sri Lankan home. Dialogue is the future today.
Don't be constrained. Be versatile, be flexible. You have the power. Set talk time, SMS and data quotas to match your style and enjoy the full potential of your mobile package. It's my plan from Dialog. Absolute power to you.
To create your own plan, visit www.dialog.lk/myplan or call 1777 for more information.
Now, reserving your train tickets is as easy as reaching for your...
Welcome back, crowd coming in to watch what's going to be a fantastic game building up. There you go, Royal versus St. Thomas's taking place here at the Royal Complex. Asala and Abdullah Yusuf joining me on commentary. Asala, what's your call?
Both teams have had 2 wins each. Thomian started off well against St. Joseph's. The last game, they could have done better, especially against DS. They had a good first start, but during the second half, they failed. But Royal, having a tough opposition against Wesley, I think are molded to tougher competition. So it's going to be very good battle out there in the middle. And I hope both teams put their A game on so the crowd has a good match to view.
Abdullah, your point of view?
Yes, good afternoon everyone. Yes, I think it's going to be an exciting game. Both teams coming into this match with contrasting performances. St. Thomas's with a comfortable win over DS, while Royal pulling off a hard-fought win against Wesley. So I think we are in for an absorbing game. I think it'll be a contrast of styles between both games. St. Thomas's probably have slightly the better all-round side, a good combination of forwards and three-quarters, while I think Royal will try to play the game much more direct and will try and bulldoze their way and keep the game as narrow as possible and not give too much room to the Thomian backs to run.
So do you think it'll be a 10-man game by the Royalists?
Well, I wouldn't say a 10-man game, but I think the game plan will be pretty clear from Royal. They'll try and wear down the Thomian forwards as much as possible. They'll have to be careful not to turn ball over, because I think from the past 2 matches, one thing was obvious is St. Thomas's have got some very good backs. They even showed it during the Sevens tournament. And I think Royal will do well to try and retain position as much as possible and not give away position too easily.
Okay, then team cards, here you go, Royal lineup. Damika De Silva, Hamza Riza and Ayesha Maduranga will partner in the front row. Harita Lokugamage, Ashane Fernando will partner in locks. Pasindu Amarsinga, Malisha Madumevan and Nikila Gunadira will be the back three for Royal. That's a formidable lineup in the forwards for Royal.
Yes, it's a good pack they have once again. I think Nikila Gunadira had an outstanding game against Wesley, and they will be expecting the same from him this time as well. Just going through the backs. Just going to the backs, Dinuk, I think they have made a few positional changes there. Ashok Vijayakumar has moved in from first centre to fly half. I think he will be pivotal to the Royals' performance today. He played a massive part last year as well at scrum half. So he's moved out to fly half this year, and Ovinaski has moved back to his customary full-back position. So I think with these positional changes, it'll be interesting to see how well Royal have gelled. And I think if Ashok can control the game from fly half, then he'll be able to give Royal a good platform to attack from.
There goes St. Thomas now. Tehan Pereira, Pandula De Silva and Malinda Deshapriya will be having the task to face up that massive Royal front row. Wayne Mack and Harit Senanayaka at second row, and Shani Hangama, Christian Delili and Danuja Vijayratna will be the back three, along with the halves combination Senal De Silva and Bhuminder Disanayak, who had a good sevens tournament the last time I saw him. Ashwanta Herath and Sarit Nanakar at centres. Praveen Ferdinando, Naveen Henakan Kanamge and Mayon Jayawardena will be the last line of defence for St. Thomas's. Asala, you think this team can match up the Royalists today?
Yeah, Dinuk, I think especially Pandula and Deshapriya partnering up in the front row, very experienced. They played a number of first 15 matches, and then you have Danuja playing at number 8. He has been a find for the Thomians. Last year it was Sacha, the current St. Thomas's first 11 captain, but Danuja proved to be a better option for them, and Henakankanange, Naveen, also another player to watch out for together with Bhuminder. So it's going to be a good Thomian lineup. Let's see how things go.
There you go. The replacements also very crucial for both teams. Abdullah replacements. See Mohammad Nabil, Lihin Artyagala, Azmir Fajuddin, Sasita Siyat, Shavinda Viduranga, Tulib Hassan, Sabit Feroz, Mahima Gamage, Sharik Naufar and Shenuka Pereira for Royal College. And St. Thomas's, you have Shenuk Pereira, Chiranta Abe Vikrama, Adisha Hadun Patirana, Abita Navaratna, Sachita Jayatilaka. He was the starting number 8 for St. Thomas's last season. Deon Dias had a superb sevens tournament. Lushanta Dabare, Mitesh Kure, Manoj Ranjit Chanuka and Kavin Jayasekar at number 25 St. Thomas's. Abdullah, with this heat and the conditions out here, I think these boys will have to do a lot as well.
Yes, it's no more 15-man game, is it, Dinuk? It's now turning out to be more 23-man game, and I think as the game progresses into the second half with this heat and humidity, the bench strength of both these teams is going to be tested, and I think it could very well decide the outcome of the game as well.
Have you gone through the replacements, SLA? If so, who do you think will have the has a better bench?
Well, you have the likes of Sachita and Dion Dias. So Dion usually comes on later on in the second half when Senal De Silva plays his part in the game. So they have a bit more depth and experience in that lineup. And I totally agree with Abdullah. I think how the coaches use their reserves is going to be a key factor in this game, because when I checked last, it was around 34 degrees. It's very hot and humid out there, and the players will have to be hydrated at all times. And it will be interesting how both coaches, Sanath Martis and Laga, use their reserves and how they pace it out, especially for the front rowers. It's going to be very taxing on them.
A very experienced coaching staff as well. Sanath Martis for Royal College and Laga Tavita Tulangesi for St. Thomas's. There'll be a battle out there as well, as we see the Royal flag waving out here in the center, waiting for the teams to run out. Abdullah, your call on this, if I haven't put you in trouble?
Yes, well, heart definitely says Royal, but I think it's going to be a very close game, Dinuk. Both teams have different strengths, and I just feel that the team which plays to their strength and executes their plans better on the day will come out on top. But having said that, as I mentioned earlier, I think St. Thomas's have slightly the better all-round team. I think their backs have some good speedy players in their line, and I think if Thomi and Pack manage to give them some good positions, they could ask some probing questions from the Royal defense. So I think that could be the decisive factor, but I think it's just too close to call. And yes, I'll be sitting on the fence on that one.
Okay, Asila, St. Thomas coming off a superb sevens tournament here in this same venue, and they'll be happy to run out again on this. And what's your call?
They look, as a Thomian, I think it doesn't get any better than this. Winning against Royal at the Royal Sports Complex. So I think all the Thomians, the 23-man squad, will be eyeing for that, because the under-16s have lost 33-5. The under-18s have lost, I think it's 30 points to 5. So it hasn't been a good day so far for the Thomians, and I'm sure these the under-19 team can make it good for them. So it's going to be a tough battle, and let's hope the best team wins.
There you go, as back of screens there, just below the drone, you can see the St. Thomas's team walking out. Or rather, this is the St. Thomas under-17 team. We're still waiting for the first 15 teams to walk out.
Yes, if at all, I think conditions would slightly favor the Thomians, if I may say, because I'm sure they will like the ground to be hard and fast with their backs. I think Royal will obviously try and slow the game down as much as possible. But maybe Asela can shed some light on it. I think, Asela, which way do you think Thomians will try and play this game?
I think the Thomians should try and speed it up a bit, because the past two matches, the Royalists have used their rolling ball, they have used their forwards. So I think Laga has studied them for some time and knows how Sanat Martis operates and his style. So, and the strength lies within the Thomian three quarters, especially with guys like Bhumi and Naveen Enakankanange. So if they can use them to their true potential, I think the Thomians will have a good game coming. So you see the Royal team coming out to the park. A big cheer to the home side. They look pumped up. I'm sure they are playing on their home soil. This is where they practice day in, day out, and one of their biggest trophy matches.
Now both teams pumped up. We have for an excellent contest. Minutes before kickoff, looks like the match will be officiated by referee Irshad Kader.
Yes, Sri Lanka's #1 referee. So I think we can expect a good game. Hopefully there'll be minimum interruptions and we'll be able to see more ball in play. And I think if that happens, then I think this packed house today will get their money's worth.
Yeah, hope for a good game out here as Bomindra Disanayak to kick off. Pandula De Silva having his last words. Skipper for St. Thomas's. Here we go, Bomindra Disanayak puts this nice and up hanging ball. Good opportunity, and St. Thomas a regain ball, but just pushing it inside their own half. Bomindra take controls once again, trying to step through one. And a knock forward initially. So a good start for St. Thomas. They are trying to collect the kickoff, Asela, but just did not manage to, the ball did not stick in there for them to continue play, but Royal have their first scrum.
It's good plan, good execution from Bomindra, and the tap was good but didn't fall into hand. So Bhumi once again getting the ball in hand, ran straight into traffic, knocked it on. Now Royal scrum, so it will be De Silva, the #9, feeding it to the Royal scrum. They have both options open. And that's the first penalty of the match. Goes to Royal College.
Yes, there's a massive psychological advantage for Royal. The battle up front is going to be key here, and I think Royal have made their intentions pretty clear. And if Royal can continue to dominate up front, then I think Tomians are going to have a long day ahead of them.
Yeah, good call as we're going in for points straight away. And looks like it's Aski who's going to take that kick well over 40 meters outside.
Yes, Royal in the first half will be playing with a slight wind in their favor, so I think it's a good call to take this kick. If you can just get the direction right, I think the wind will probably assist in carrying this over.
Here's Saski. As he got that, just hooks off the right post. So St. Thomas's a bit lucky, I would say. Had the legs, not the direction there, Abdullah.
Yes, not a bad attempt. I don't think they'll be too worried about that because this will be a 22 dropout, and I think so far all play has been in the Tomian half. So Royal probably just taking advantage of a few Tomian nerves. And just as I spoke too soon, I guess, I think Royal number 13 just spilling the ball from the kickoff.
Yeah,
there.
that was Dilshan. Once again, a long kick, flat kick from Bhumendra, straight into Dilshan's chest and popped out.
So there's a good opportunity for the Tomians if they can hold the scrum. And they have Pandula, Deshapriya and Tehan Pereira partnering up in that front row. Wayne Mack, another good player for the Tomians, playing in at number 4. Harit Senanayaka, brother of former captain Hashaka Senanayaka. And it's Senal De Silva with the feed in.
Yes, referee Carter penalizing the Royal front row that time, I think, for boring in. You got to keep your angle straight when you're making contact, and I think that time Carter, right on his side, managed to just pick that penalty against Royal. But I think St. Thomas's forwards, the front row in particular, look a bit nervous at this start. I think they realize that the Royal 8 are going to apply a lot of pressure on them, and I think if Royal can get that ascendancy early on and put pressure on this Tomian pack, it would obviously not give front foot ball to the Tomian backs, who will probably thrive on that, and I think that's going to be a key part of this game.
I think the objective for the Tomians should be to get the ball out as quickly as possible to the threes. And it's Tomians with the line out. Mack wins the ball for the Tomians. Senal De Silva out to Bhumendra. Cut out pass to Nanakara. Ferdinandez to Naveen. And it's a fullback. That's Mayon Jayawardena. This guy he has some gas, and the Tomian forwards get there quickly, but referee Carter spots an infringement. A knock forward by Mayon Jayawardena. But it's a good start. As we spoke about it before, the threes definitely making things clear.
Looking dangerous, isn't it? First face ball, first time you get into the Tomian backs, and they gain about good 40 meters. And what I was so much impressed was the Anuja Vijayaratna, number 8, standing there, and a beautiful pass out to that wing. And then it was space to run for Mayan Jayawardena, who unfortunately knocked it on inside the Royal 22, Abdullah.
Yes, well, if Royal showed the ascendancy at the start of the game through the 8, I think Tomians have replied very emphatically with their 3 quarters. So I think the early predictions by us, I think, seem to be boring right. I think Royal will want to keep position away from this dangerous Tomian pack as much as possible.
Yes, Ashok kicking back, and the ball will stay inside the 22. And once again, a good opportunity for St. Thomas's here as well.
One thing the Tomians cannot afford to do is be one-dimensional with their lineouts. They can't be predictable. So Mack They have some jumpers. Mac and Harithen Naika use both options, and they have to give the ball out to the threes and use their pace. Once again, good take by the forwards. They go for the front option. This is one option which worked against St. Joseph's, but this time not successful. Well read by the Royal forwards.
And a good option taken too by St. Thomas's, trying to gain some yardage there on the outside, but unfortunately skipper Pandula De Silva just stepped outside. A crucial line out for Royal College inside the 22. Need to get out of jail. Crooked throw and an opportunity for St. Thomas's once again. So Royal put under pressure here early on, Abdullah.
Yes, I think one area Royal just can't afford to miss out on is the set pieces, scrums and lineouts. That is their strength. And if they make any mistakes in that area and turn possession over to this Thomian team, they're going to find it very difficult, because as we saw with that first opportunity, the Thomian backs, they look very strong and fast, and I think they will test this Royal defense. So I think the set piece is going to be crucial. So if Royal are to stay in this game and even try and get some form of dominance, they will have to be near perfect in their set piece play.
So big scrum coming up for St. Thomas's. And a penalty as well. So we have had about 3 scrums, Abdullah, and 3 penalties have come out of it.
Yes, I think referee Cardi is trying to make a statement here. He wants the teams to make contact and to scrum properly. I think it's very important area of Sri Lankan rugby that, especially at school level, is neglected. The way the front row scrums down, and I think it's important area that needs to be policed well as well. And I think so far Irshad Cardi is making it very clear to both teams that he wants a fair contest.
Yeah, they've gone for the line out option, and it has come out. Here's the number 8. This time he runs straight into traffic. That's Vijay Ratna. De Silva looking for options. Bhumindra on the outside. Manoj Jayawardena trying to step into one, and he gives away a penalty for Royal. As well as since the result has come out of it, is it a good call? Was it a good call to kick into touch? Was it a 3 points to be taken there?
Well, I was hoping the Thomians would go for the 3 points. It's always good to have points on the board, and especially if you're first to score. And it looks like one of the Thomian players, Mayon Jayawardena, one of their key three-quarters, going out. He was limping after the first run, and I think he has got another knock on his knee. So it's bad news for the Thomian camp. And getting back to the previous point, I think the Thomians wanted to be a bit more positive. They wanted to go for the line out and go for the 7 points, which didn't turn out their way. So Royal College taken full advantage and moved to the 50-meter mark.
Yeah, that's one of those calls. I think Asala, if it comes good, it's good. Otherwise, you say it can go back to 3 points. But early in the game, you would think any team would go for 3 points, as Royal College a 50-meter line out this time. Reza to throw in. Have a stop just off your screen. I think it's Mayan Jayawardena who's been treated. St. Thomas is still with 14 on the park. No movement in the bench. Coach Laga wants him to stay out there. One of their key players, understandable. Royal go to number 2 as well. And looks like advantage being played by Irshad Kader. Royal, this is their game, the rolling maul. Calling it once is Irshad Kader now. And they're still moving. I think now it should be used. Yes, the ball comes out. Here's Ashok. Wide pass out to the fullback Aski, trying to cut back in. And it's a penalty for a high tackle. So Royal get the first line out inside the opposition territory, and they go for a rolling maul, Abdullah, and now straight away they put the ball into touch inside the 22, and pressure time for St. Thomas's.
Yeah, well, no prizes for guessing what Royal will do here. You know, I think the statement is made loud and clear. The Thomians just didn't manage to counter that rolling maul, and just with about 10 meters or 15 meters away, I think it's an ideal platform for Royal to try and get some points on the board.
Go Risa once again. Interesting to see if St. Thomas's can contest off your screen. Mayan Jayawardena just limping towards the Thomian defensive line, which means they'll have 15 to defend this time. But it'll be that 8 which will count at the moment, which Royal will do, I think, 99 times out of 100. You win a ball inside the 22. There you go. The rolling maul comes once again. St. Thomas's contesting. Referee says to use it for the first time. Comes out. Ashok trying to chip and chase. The ball rolls out into dead ball, and Royal have the penalty once again. Asala, one question I would like to ask: would you tell your boys to contest during this time, or you can let go and come around and tackle the last player who's having the ball in that maul?
Well, looking at the past two lineouts, Thomians haven't been that great shoving the Royalies back, so I think they should go and contest this, and at least that pressure that they had would make the Royalies do some sort of mistake. Crooked throw can be a knock forward or lose control, so I think they should contest, because currently they're having very easy ball. They're not getting any sort of pressure from the Thomians, and they're getting shoved back. Again, the referee Kader has his arm up for another penalty. And this time you have a word with the captain. I won't be surprised if one of the forwards gets a card during the next mistake that they do.
Yeah, there is an option here. If St. Thomas's pull out of the maul, and if they don't contest the maul, you can come around and tackle.
Yeah, I think the thing is, St. Thomas's, they have the weight. I think they're confident that they can block this roll, but I think the important thing when you're trying to counter this kind of rolling maul is that initial engagement. If you just try and lean against the maul, it's going to be very difficult. You've just got to go and hit the maul. And if you just look careful, I don't think the Thomians are doing that. They're just going and leaning against the maul. And it's going to be very hard to stop a well-drilled maul with that kind of tactic.
There you go, Risa once again. This time Royal looking, the body shape's looking good. Still holding on, inches close to the try line. Have they scored? Looks like they have. Royal score the first try. Just cannot get the number behind of that Royal try scorer. So that's Risa who had scored the first try for Royal College, and the first try St. Thomas's have conceded their first try of the season after 174 minutes of defending, and Royal had to do that, Abdullah, in a Roy toe.
Yes, I think making the statement very clear. our pre-game predictions are coming true. I think St. Thomas's will try and have to play the game with as much width as possible, because if they try and get into a struggle with the Royal forwards, they are not going to make much headway.
So Eski gets the conversion right, and so it's 2 points more. So 7-0 Royal College lead. It was a brilliant rolling maul once again, and the number 2 Riza added the final touches. So just off screen, the Thomian number 15 Mayan Jawardena receiving some treatment from the physio. The Thomians need to hit back very quickly. It's Bhumindra Disanayaka with the restart. That's Tehan Pereira. Beats a few defenders. Senal De Silva to Bhumindra. Snanak Kara. Sorry, that's Ashwan Therat. So this time the Thomians have a penalty. Danuja thinking about taking a quick tap. Referee Ishar Kader says offside for Royal College. So Bhumindra will look out for touch. Gains about 15 meters for the Thomians.
It's something which I've never quite understood. I mean, Thomians, they had a chance to get some points on the board with about 35 meters out right in front of the post. I don't know how good the Thomian place kicker is, but I mean, you got a chance to get points on the board. There's still a long way to go. It's just 15 minutes into the game. And, you know, you're taking a bit of a risk, but let's see how it pans out.
So line out is good. Danuja under a lot of pressure. Senal De Silva finds Nanak Kara. Hit hard. That's Mayan Jawardena. Keeps ball in hand. Senal De Silva to Deshapriya. This guy is taken down. Senal to Tehan. Nanak Kara. Sorry, that's Danuja, the number 8. He's in the thick of things, moving around the field. Deshapriya once again.
Yes, Asal, I don't know if you noticed, Thomians seem to be creating overlaps out wide, but they seem to be taking the wrong choices and going into contact on 2 occasions on that phase play. They had men out wide, and they had a few mismatches as well. They had their speedy 3/4 up against, on a few occasions, the Royal front row. So I think they need to identify those opportunities and capitalize, because the longer this game goes on, and as long as Royal continue to maintain control, it's going to be very hard for the Thomians to come back into the game.
Surely the Thomians are not playing to their strengths, because the advantage they have is speed on the outside. And if they try to adjust to how Royal College is playing, that's going to be a bad ending for the Thomians. So once again, line out is good. Sorry, a problem with the numbers for St. Thomas's, so they give back the penalty to Royal College. Again, a fundamental mistake by the Thomians. Their ball for the taking, and they lose it.
Well, I think St. Thomas's have to play at their pace, which should be a very fast game. And if Royal have to slow down, let them slow down. Let them slow the game down legally or illegally. So they'll win penalties. But at the moment, what St. Thomas is trying to do is trying to slow down the game, even from the lineouts. They're very slow getting the ball off that lineout to the first 5. So once again, an opportunity inside the 40 meters for Royal College. I don't think there'll be any surprises of what they're going to do again. This time they go to their number 7, that's Madhumevan. And not contesting at all is St. Thomas's. And the player coming from the side, that's Danuj Vijayratna, and he gives away a penalty and a yellow card as well. In fact, it's Tehan Pereira who's been found legal. And now this has given an opportunity for Royal. Again, it'll be a one-man shot in the line out, and they have inside the 22 as well.
I go back to my point, Dunuk. The Thomaians are not contesting. I thought they were not only contesting inside the 22, but you're outside the 22 and you're not contesting. It's a crime because you're giving easy ball for the Royal College team and you're making them use their strength with the greatest of ease. This time, same scenario, no contest. So this time they don't engage in the maul.
So that was something we were talking off air, wasn't it? We were wondering why St. Thomas were taking so long to come up with that. So it'll be interesting to see how Royal now counter that tactic which they just pulled off. But having said that, I think Royal have so far done very well to control this game. They haven't given Thomaians too much possession. I think there was just that one instance where they turned over possession, and I think the Thomaian threes were in full swing. But I think so far Royal have controlled this game very well, and St. Thomas is being one man short as well. They've just got to try and see out the next 8 minutes or so and not concede many more points. Because if Royal go 2 scores ahead, it just gives their forwards a chance to just retain possession, slow the pace down, and that will just build pressure on this Thomaian team.
Yeah, once again, I just love what I saw there from the Thomaian team, not engaging on the maul. And now Royal will have to find the second option if they're going to continue doing this. And this is better from St. Thomas's. Yes, Bhumindra once again. Open space for Hena Kankamage. Takes the ball into contact. Ashwanta Herath now picking and driving through. St. Thomas's, here's the skipper. Pandula De Silva once again. De Silva needs to look for players on the outside, and the penalty for St. Thomas's not rolling away, says the referee. That's the big prop forward for Royal College. Madhuranga not rolling away in the tackle. Bhumindra Disanayak now with the ball. Puts the ball into touch. Ball comes inside the 40-meter mark. So if Royal is going to drive them behind inside the opposition of Abdullah, I think St. Thomas's just have to spin the ball wide.
Yes, it's the only option they seem to have. Of course, they have to win the ball first. Yeah, it's pretty clear how St. Thomas have got to play this game. And we take a technical break. They are here for after 20 minutes. It's a new stipulation that's been brought in by the IRB. Conditions when there's excessive heat, you play the game in 4 quarters. It's not so much a turnaround as such. It's just that you get a few minutes just to take just 1 minute. Just 1 minute to just hydrate yourself, and you'll start play again from where play stopped. Yeah.
So that's a good thing from the IRB or the World Rugby's point of view as well. Places like Sri Lanka where you play under very bad conditions for rugby. 40. We are nearing 40. Once I was traveling around Nugegore, it says 39 Celsius degrees, and I was shocked to see that. So these boys just under 20 in a crucial match like this.
Yes, and it's also not only the heat. The thing with a country like Sri Lanka, it's also the humidity. The humidity just saps out, the fluids from the system, and you've got to be very careful on how you manage, especially a contact sport like rugby, because you play 39, 40 degrees. It's a different thing, but it's just that the humidity just saps energy, it saps the fluids out of the system. So you just have to ensure that you've got your hydration levels correct, and rugby being such a fast-paced contact sport, collision sport, you've got to be very careful in how you manage this, especially young boys. They're yet teenagers, and you've just got to be very careful on how you manage their physical condition.
There you go. We are back after the break. Referee Shatkada just calling the players again. Royal still have that one-man advantage, Asala, and and they will love to come away with points within that time frame.
Yes, and they lost one of their front row forwards, so it's not good news for the Thomians so far. And I'm sure the advice given by Coach Laga would have been play to your strengths, use the 3 quarters, and don't basically adapt to the pace that the Royalists are playing. Because the Thomian forwards are very experienced, especially the captain and Deshapriya, the prop forward who's remaining on the field. So it's the number 8 who fills in as the hooker, Danuja. It's De Silva with the feed into the Royal scrum. Awaits confirmation from the referee, and the number 8 picks it up. That's Gunadira, the number 8. De Silva goes with the box kick. Meon Jawadana picks it up for the Thomians. Thinks about the run. Good fend off by the fullback. Takes about 3 people to get him down. And the forwards to the rescue. Sinal De Silva out to Bhuminder. That's a good clearance by the Thomian fly half. So all in all, good play. Good break by the number 8. It was Gunadira. And then a very smart box kick by the number 9, De Silva. Picked up by Bhumindra. Went into contact, good fend off. And all in all, good rugby. Good clearance by Bhumindra.
Yes, St. Thomas found themselves under a bit of pressure. If Royal had made that first time tackle, I think St. Thomas would have been under pressure, but the fullback did extremely well to stay on his feet until his support arrived, and did well from then on. The Thomian fly have to clear their lines.
A very good play by both teams. The last passage is once again not contesting at all, and now not sure about what St. Thomas has tried to do there. Had they stayed without contesting the maul, they would have received a penalty, but in the end they managed to contest. Now Royal pushing them behind and taking the ball close to the 22. The ball comes out to Ashok. Bhumindra right on his opposite number's face, and Royal receive a penalty. St. Thomas has pulled out that...
if I'm not mistaken, the rule is if the ball to the back of the line out. Asala, want to give it a go?
Now Royal once again, this time St. Thomas is contesting the maul. Referee says use it for the first time. And Royal keep on pushing the St. Thomas's forwards back. Here's Ashok once again. A lot of decoy runners straight away into Aski's hands, and gives it out wide to De Silva. A forward pass from Aski to De Silva there, and St. Thomas's will have a scrum.
It's a real game of chess here. I think both sides, first we thought we were talking about how Royal are going to counter with Thomians not contesting, and I'm sure Thomians are confused if they don't contest. Now what is going to happen? So
direction
just haven't got the opportunity to try and play the game at the pace they'd like to play, to use those 3 quarters to have breakdowns out wide, and I think that has definitely played into the favor of Royal.
And the Royalists have used possession quite well. As Abdullah stated, they've slowed the game down, used the possession. The Thomians haven't had that much of an opportunity to do magic with the ball. Here comes Naveen, the wing 3/4, and the 7's captain for St. Thomas's. Referee Carter plays advantage. Wayne Mack takes the ball in. Senal De Silva to Bhumindra. Decoy, sorry, that's the Ashwan Therath to Bhumindra once again. Nanak Carter. Meon Jayawardena getting a massive blow. So he's been getting quite a lot of attention from the Royalists.
Yes, you can see Royal's defense strategy when it comes to three on back plates pretty clear. They're rushing. They're not giving the Stormian backs any room. And so far it has worked out well for them.
The Stormians once again managed to get into the Royal College half. The Royals, on the other hand, have been contesting every line out. Once again, you see Royal College going up. The Stormians, good ball. This time, hitting it up through their number 8, Danuja. He's still going. Brought down finally. Senar De Silva. Into the breakdown. Distribution, fast distribution is needed. Danuja once again to Mac. Fumbles. Bhumindra tries to take it and goes, but this time offside spotted, and he hands a yellow card because they were warned a few times. And referee Carter laying the ground rules, being very strict on discipline. And
Asada, quickly, should they go for the 3 or?
They should definitely go for the 3, but they've decided not to. They're trying to go for the 7-pointer. I think they're trying to keep that momentum going because they have one play advantage.
Yeah, it's a crucial play as well for Royal College. Risa, their hooker. Here's Ashwanta Hera. He's trying to fend off a couple of players. Taken to ground. Pandula De Silva, the skipper. Referee playing advantage for St. Thomas's. Now inside the 5-meter mark. The ball has to come down to the ground. It's a penalty. Bhumindra. He taps and runs again. Gives it to the big number 1, Tehan Pereira. Has he gone over? Not yet. Here's Ashwanta Hera, and looks like Hera touches down. Yes, it is. So St. Thomas scored their first try with Royal one-man shot. Ashwanta Hera, the try scorer for St. Thomas's. So finally the decision paying off for St. Thomas's, Cecil.
It's finally going for the 7-point. I think, as I said before, they went with the momentum, with the one-play advantage. And another good call, just 5 meters outside the line. They didn't go for the line out. They went for the quick tap. I think the forwards were expecting a line out or one of the forwards to come, but it was Bhumindra who took the tap and gave it out to Tehan Pereira, who came out after being yellow carded, so he had a point to prove. And final touches done by Ashwant Hera, the center, number 12. And he's also taking on the kicking duties for the Thomians. Straightforward kick. And goes through, so it's 7-all. What a match we have on our hands.
7-all with Royal forwards playing against the St. Thomas's backs, and Royal forwards are down to 7 and St. Thomas's score, Abdullah.
Yes, it was important that they scored, because if Royal had gone in at half-time with a lead of 7 points, I think it would have been very difficult for the Thomians to come back, and I think they will look to continue to exploit this extra man advantage that they have. And it'll be an interesting and anxious few minutes for the Royalists.
Yes, Ashok putting that kick deep into St. Thomas's half. Let them run from inside the 22. Here's Hena Kankamage, who has pace and strength. Runs, cuts through the defense just outside the 22. He brings plane. Ball cannot be kicked out on the full. Tehan Pereira taking the ball into contact for St. Thomas's. De Silva once again, and Royal concede a penalty.
So I think Royal need to look at getting some possession now and just slowing the pace of the game down a bit. We were talking earlier about how Thomians would prefer to play a slightly high tempo game, and over the last 10 to 15 minutes, slowly but surely St. Thomas's have been getting back into this game. I think it's important that if Royal can just get their hands on the ball, we've just got about 5 to 6 minutes to go before half time, just good to get some parity back into this game, because St. Thomas's seem to be getting the ascendancy here, and if they can just slow the pace down, go into half time, reassess and come back, I think they'll be better for it.
That ball slips through the hands of Fernando. Number 5, St. Thomas's. Opportunity lost there for St. Thomas's as well.
Yes, opportunity lost. Unfortunate knock forward by Harit Senanayaka. And I totally agree with Abdullah's point on Royal College controlling and slowing things down a bit, because they are one man down and they could go for the territory game. They could kick the ball into the Thomian half, slow things down. So it's De Silva with the feed into the scrum. Good pressure by Senal De Silva, but well dealt by the number 10 Ashok, who controls the situation, stays on his feet. Referee Carter plays advantage, and it's a knock forward by the Thomians. That's Tehan Pereira. Sorry, we have a new player out on the park. That's Chirant Abevikrama. Sorry, Adisha Handunpatirana, who has come in. And looks like Sachit Jayatilaka is also coming in next. He's waiting on the sideline. De Silva with the feed into the scrum. Once again, good pressure by the Thomian third row, brings down the Royal number 8, N.D. Gunadira. That's better from Royal. Good possession. Feeds it out to the 3 quarters. De Silva. Kalyana Ratnam brought down. Once again goes on to the blind side to Gunawardana, the win 3. And taken into touch. So Royal College doing some good work, slowing things down, playing it with their forwards.
So would I like to see Royal just building up a few more phases before sending it down to the wing there, because he didn't have an overlap and he had the touch line to contend with as well and was bundled out for touch. I think Royal have just got to try and do a few more pick and goes, try and just retain possession for a period of time, and just try and create some frustration amongst the Thomian pack.
Once again slips through the hands of the second row there for St. Thomas's, and Royal have penalized St. Thomas's with a good 10-meter run. Now the balling's just outside the 22, and Royal pick and drive with their prop forward. This is Madhuranga who takes the ball. Now the ball comes out to Ashok. Chips and chase, and Praveen Ferdinando runs behind the ball and touches down for a 22-meter dropout.
Yes, I think the option Ashok took there was he was expecting the referee to be played advantage, but I think referee Carter seems to have indicated that advantage is over. And I'm not quite sure whether that was actually the case, but anyway, a bit unfortunate for Royal on that occasion.
Good 22-meter dropout by Bhumindra. And Ashok drills the ball down the park. Good gains for Royal College. That's more like it from the home team. Absorbing rugby here at the Royal Sports Complex. The Royal Thomian. There's a lot at stake for both teams. So a few more changes for St. Thomas's. Sunny Vahangama makes his way out, and Sachita Jayatilaka joins the pack. So Sanjula De Silva in a bit of pressure, hasn't got his lineouts right, but this time goes straight into hand. Bomindra. Referee calls play back. Sees one of the players. So the call is, I think, pulling one of the Royal players back. And the culprit this time is Sachita Jayatilaka, just coming on and conceding a penalty for the visitors.
Yes, I think it was for a bit of pulling right in front of the referee's eyes. Not a very clever thing to do, especially when you are in your own half. And so it's an opportunity. I think we are almost on the verge of the halftime whistle, and if Royal can go into the halftime with the lead, I think they'll be pretty happy, especially as they've been under the pump over the last quarter.
Yeah, Aski saw a good 40-meter kick, didn't have the direction on that occasion. Once again, wide off that left post. Here comes Aski. Good strike to the ball, and through the post it goes. Royal take the lead, 10 points to 7. And Sachita Jayatilaka comes in and straight away concedes 3 points. And he wanted to have a good game here after that tensed big match that they came down to. Bhumindra Disanayaka to restart proceedings. This time kicks it deep into Royal half. Good collection there by Gunawardana. And Ashok once again kicks this ball into touch, and that'll be half time. So Royal go into the half time with a 3-point lead, 10 points to 7. Royal leading against St. Thomas here at the Royal Complex. We'll see you after the turnaround.
And send to complete your
Connect to Sri Lanka's largest Wi-Fi network with over 2,500 hotspots across the country. Cafes, restaurants, colleges, hospitals, bus stands, train stations and many more. Select Dialog Wi-Fi and visit wifi.dialog.lk to register and get your username and password. Choose from 4 easy ways to top up your account. Go Wi-Fi, go Dialog.
Sri Lanka is a small but proud nation, and we know we can conquer the world. So to me, it's important not to settle for anything but the best. Dialogue Television is our window to the world. It brings us the widest range of knowledge, information and entertainment from across Sri Lanka and the globe, from education for our kids to the latest movies. Dialogue television, powered by the very latest in digital satellite technology, connects the world to every Sri Lankan home. Dialogue is the future today.
Don't be constrained. Be versatile, be flexible. You have the power. Set talk time, SMS and data quotas to match your style and enjoy the full potential of your mobile package. It's my plan from Dialogue. Absolute power to you.
Sri Lanka is a small but proud nation, and we know we can conquer the world. So to me, it's important not to settle for anything but the best. Dialogue television is our window to the world. It brings us the widest range of knowledge, information and entertainment from across Sri Lanka and the globe, from education for our kids to the latest movies. Dialogue television, powered by the very latest in digital satellite technology, connects the world to every Sri Lankan home. Dialogue is the future today.
Don't be constrained. Be versatile, be flexible. You have the power. Set talk time, SMS and data quotas to match your style and enjoy the full potential of your mobile package. It's my plan from Dialogue. Absolute power to you.
To create your own plan, visit www.dialogue.lk/myplan or call 1777 for more information.
Now, reserving your train tickets is as easy as reaching for your Dialogue mobile. Just dial 444 and get instantly connected with the Dialogue Expo Rail ticket reservation service. A new and hassle-free way to discover the breathtaking sights and sounds of Sri Lanka is now conveniently at your fingertips, anytime, anywhere. Dial 444 to reserve your Expo Rail train ticket today. Dialogue, the future today. Now transact with over 40 million EasyCash customers via Dialogue, Etisalat and Hutch. Dial #111# to register today. Now use selected commercial bank ATMs to withdraw EasyCash at your convenience.
Now I can withdraw EasyCash from any commercial bank ATM which displays the EasyCash logo. Select cardless transactions. Select your preferred language. Select EasyCash. Type in the amount you need. Enter your EasyCash account number. You will receive a message onto your mobile. Enter your EasyCash PIN and send to complete your transaction.
Now use commercial bank ATMs to withdraw EasyCash at your convenience. Call 7111 for more information. EasyCash, money in your mobile. Connect to Sri Lanka's largest Wi-Fi network with over 2,500 hotspots across the country. Cafes, restaurants, colleges, hospitals, bus stands, train stations and many more. Select Dialogue Wi-Fi and visit wifi.dialogue.lk to register and get your username and password. Choose from 4 easy ways to top up your account. Go Wi-Fi, go Dialogue.
Sri Lanka is a small but proud nation, and we know we can conquer the world. So to me, it's important not to settle for anything but the best. Dialogue television is our window to the world. It brings us the widest range of knowledge, information and entertainment from across Sri Lanka and the globe, from education for our kids to the latest movies. Dialogue television, powered by the very latest in digital satellite technology, connects the world to every Sri Lankan home. Dialogue is the future today.
Don't be constrained. Be versatile, be flexible. You have the power. Set talk time, SMS and data quotas to match your style and enjoy the full potential of your mobile package. It's my plan from Dialogue. Absolute power to you.
To create your own plan, visit www.dialogue.lk/myplan or call 1777 for more information.
Now, reserving your train tickets is as easy as reaching for your Dialogue mobile. Just dial 444 and get instantly connected with the Dialogue Expo Rail ticket reservation service. A new and hassle-free way to discover the breathtaking sights and sounds of Sri Lanka is now conveniently at your fingertips, anytime, anywhere. Dial 444 to reserve your Expo Rail train ticket today. Dialogue, the future.
Welcome back. There you go. Royal College leading 10 points to 7 here at the Royal Complex. Is the Roy Tour 2016. And to restart proceedings, Ashok will be taking The kick for Royal College. That was a flat kick straight into the hands of Hena Kankange. And Royal straight away putting pressure on the breakdown. And looks like they have managed to turn over ball. Yes, they have. This Madhuranga taking the ball into contact. Here's Disiva once again. Ashok looking for inside runners. Has Riza with him. He's out from the yellow card. 10 minutes from the sin bin. Madhumevan taking the ball into contact. Lokugamage now taking the ball in. Royal driving the Thomians behind. Skipper Gunadhira. Now the ball is come out wide. Yes, Ashok once again trying to kick. Interesting option. Straight into the hands of Mayan Jayawardena, who calls mark, and I'm sure will kick this down. In fact, he's trying to tap and run. Did he take the tap, or is it just a fake one? So Abdullah, interesting option there by Ashok once again.
Yes, I think Royal would have done well to just go for a few more phases and just test the Thomian defense at the start. I think just the wrong option to go for the kick there, because another few pick and goes, you could probably have seen St. Thomas's defense cracking.
That's an excellent kick, brilliant kick by Bhumindra Disanayaka. And Royal take this quickly inside the 22. Has two blue boys in front of him, and he does well. That's it's De Silva for Royal College. Now Ashok, who have been playing at scrum half the entire season last year, puts in a box kick. Here's Jayawardena once again, trying to run off, gives it to Naveen Henakan Kanamge. Brought down by the Royalist. Couple of nice passes now. Throws one at the back of his hand. That's Tehan Pereira. Swings this out wide. St. Thomas's needs support here. And once again, the ball pops off the ruck. It'll be a knock forward advantage for Royal College. That was great bit of skill shown there by a prop forward. Have you seen this guy in school? Has he been showing some skills like this, or is this one-off thing?
Well, these days, a lot of the youngsters practice these fancy passes, and most of the time it comes out right. If it comes out right, then you're good to go. You're a hero. But if it doesn't, then doesn't work for you. So it's more concern for the Thomian win three-quarter, Praveen Ferdinando. Next to have got a heavy blow.
Just looking at that last phase of play, Asala, if you just notice Thomians, they don't seem to, when they spread the ball, they don't seem to try and commit the Royal defense to create some space for the wing three-quarters. On that occasion, there was probably a 3-on-2 situation, and there was a skip pass going straight to the wing's hand. And when you don't give the wing that much room, it's very hard for him to maneuver. And I think the Thomians, they have opportunities out wide, but they're just not making the correct decisions, and either they seem to be going into contact, or they don't seem to be committing the Royal defense to create space out wide.
Rightly said, Abdul. I think the Thomian threes, even though they have the pace, they haven't been using their centers properly. I think Nanak Kara and Ashwan Therat have a lot more to offer. So Ferdinando is taken out. It's Royal College with possession. And this might be a dangerous position for the Thomians. This having the scrum. So Sachit Jayatilaka moving into the number 8 position. 10-7, Royal College lead.
Royal holding it at back of the scrum. Going blindside is Nikhil Gunadira. And St. Thomas is putting pressure, but coming off the side. There'll be a penalty for Royal.
Yes, that's just the situation Royal wants to find themselves in. Tight, breakdown to breakdown, close hits on either side of the breakdown, and forcing Thomians to make a mistake. And I think Thomians need to maintain their discipline at the breakdown. If not, I think Royal will capitalize on whatever mistakes that are committed.
Riza spent about 10 minutes in the naughty chair, has come back. Royal didn't miss him much. Going back to once again an overthrown line out and a knock forward, says referee Irshad Khader.
Lucky escape there for the Thomians. I think if that had gone into hand, they could have been contending with another rolling maul, and just outside the Royal 25, it could have posed all sorts of problems for the Thomian defense.
Yeah, Abdullah, and also Hassel have been saying this few times on air today, and finally they've listened to you.
I think this was the first line out that the Thomians contested, and obviously when you contest, you put the attacking team off focus at least for a bit. So that's exactly what happened. Didn't go into hand, and the Thomians got possession. They have the scrum, they have the feed in, and let's see what the Thomians can do.
Yes, it's the thing with contending with the Royal line out is you're always in two minds. If you commit to contesting, you have three people committed to the lifter, that is the two lifters and the jumper. And if Royal yet manage to secure position, you're left with virtually 4 people to contend against 8 to stop the maul. So it's a very tough call. If it comes off, fine, but if it doesn't, then you could find yourself in all sorts of problems.
Referee plays advantage. And gives a penalty to the Thomians.
Yes, I think we're going to the 6th minute of the second half. There have just been too many penalties from both sides. I think referee Carter will do well to tell both teams to calm down, not to infringe at set piece time or at breakdown time, and just let the game flow, because both teams have been guilty of infringing at the start of the second half. Maybe it's just a bit of nerves, and hope both teams will settle down so that the game would open out a bit more.
And this is a good opportunity for St. Thomas now going into Royals half for the first time in the second half. They're going into a 5-man line out as well, Asela, dropping back the number 8. That's Danoja Vijayaratna will be standing with the backs, and he has done a lot of good work standing there. If St. Thomas managed to recover this ball, yes, they have finally. Slipping through the hands once again. Bhumindra not getting it cleanly, and it's been a knock-on by the St. Thomases, and Royal will have the opportunity to put the ball into scrum and then attack from there on.
Pandula De Silva, the captain, hasn't been very confident with his line-out throws. And he has to get his A game going, because whatever possession the Thomians get, they had a good plan lined up. They had their third row center field and the fast runners outside, but unfortunately it was knocked on. Good pressure by Senal De Silva on the number 8, and also De Silva, the scrum half. Defensively, both teams have had a good outing. They've been, once again, De Silva. Referee Carter says play on. And he plays advantage, so good pressure from St. Thomas's.
Yes, it's been a error-ridden second half, hasn't it, Kanasara? I mean, both teams seem to be pumped up in the second half. I think a bit of adrenaline seems to be flowing, a bit of aji-baji after the whistle is over. I think both teams just need to calm down, just focus on the game, because it's just leading to far too many errors. We are just approaching the 10th minute of the second half, and I think there have been about 5 to 6 stoppages, which is quite poor.
Yeah, you're correct, Abdullah, and I think the team that'll settle down first after the break, from here on, I think that the team will come on top today, as Jayatilaka gives the ball out to Ashwanta Herat, who runs around the Royal defensive line. Needs support here, Ashwanta Herat, and he secures ball as well. Now St. Thomas have so much players outside. Referee playing advantage. Is big Sachitra Jayatilaka running over the Royal forwards as Mac takes the ball in to contact. Here's the skipper, Pandula. Now Bhumindra Disanayaka trying to cut back in. Now scrum half also taking the ball into contact. This De Silva. That about on St. Thomas's need quick ball out to the right, and Sachitra Jayatilaka needs to get this communicated to the scrum half. Once again inside pass to Danuja Vijayaratna. Now the ball comes out to Mayan Jayawardena. Has he touched down very close to the try line? Naveen Henakankamake secures the ball, and it's a penalty for St. Thomas's coming up. Quickly taken by Jayatilaka. Runs over one. Ashwanta Herat also joins the forwards. Once again, an overlap created on the left side of your screen. In fact, it's both sides, and St. Thomas's keep on pushing forward and not releasing the player, and another penalty for St. Thomas's. Tapping and running once again. This time it's Handun Patirana. Ashwanta Herat working very close with the forwards. Here is Herat once again picking and driving as he touched the ball down. The referee says it's held up. The Thomians celebrate. It'll be another penalty for St. Thomas's. The Thomians have been tapping and running whole day. Here's Pereira once again, this time pushed back by the Royal forwards. And looks like a maul has been created. The ball has to come to ground. In fact, St. Thomas have secured ball. Herat once again trying to step off and run through. Here's Herat. Now he has sucked in about good 3 players. Quick ball out to the right for St. Thomas is the need. The ball comes out. Here's Vijay Ratna. And a knock forward finally. Abdullah, there was so many opportunities for St. Thomas's. Even the last infringement, just one pass to the fly half there was an easy try for taking, and they kept on picking and driving.
Yes, not very clever decision making by the Thomian think tank on that occasion, but I think you got to give a bit of credit to Royal as well. That was outstanding defense. I mean, you're just under the pump continuously, and they were really putting in the big hits to the Thomian forwards. And I think the Thomians were just far too absorbed in trying to just power their way over rather than using the space out wide, and they've turned ball over, and a chance for Royal to just clear their lines.
They were not smart on that occasion. They had men on the outside, and especially they can use guys like Hena Kankanange, who has pace, and about 5 meters to the line, you can't beat him. So they didn't use those options, and even the last phase, I think Danuja tried to go and steamroll over his opposite number. but didn't work.
A very rare mistake by Ashok Vijay Kumar there. He's been a pillar of strength for this Royal team, but even he's showing that he's human, and another platform for St. Thomas's to try and get into the lead here.
They're trying to put a lot of power into that kick, hitting the side of that boot.
Yes, he was not under any pressure as well, Dinuk. I think so he could have probably taken a bit more time, but nonetheless, it is what it is, and now the Thomians will be looking to capitalize on this 5-meter scrum.
And what is important is how he picks himself up after this to defend.
He's a mentally very strong boy, Dinuk. I think he'll be fine.
Here's Jayatilaka once again picking the ball from the back of that scrum. De Silva gives it to the Sanak, referee playing advantage. Now St. Thomas has spread the ball wide, but there's enough cover for Royal, and they're contesting in the ruck as well. Here's Pandula, nice switch pass. St. Thomas trying to pick and drive through. Very close to the touchline as well. And once again, there's so much options on the outside. Now they're trying to pass through. Jayatilaka misses the ball, and it'll be a penalty once again for St. Thomas's. Play is still continuing, but the referee had stopped play already.
St. Thomas's just don't seem to be taking the correct options. They are going with hit and goes, pick and goes when they should be spreading it.
Once again, a tap and run by the Thomians. And here's Mayan Jayawardena trying to cut back in. Naveen Henakan Kanumuge has to come in, at least asking for the ball, otherwise he's not going to get this. Here's Pandula. Once again, quick ball to the left. Tehan Pereira, prop forward, cuts back in. Once again, options. Here's Bhumindra. Gives it to Jayatilaka. Very close to the try line, St. Thomas's. And the ball pops off the ruck. Referee playing advantage, and another penalty. And it should be a card this time. Yes, it is.
Yes, it was bound to happen. Royal infringing quite a bit in this last 5 minutes, being under the pump. And let's see how Thomians, whether they'll be able to maximize on this one-man advantage.
Once again, tap and run is the call from the Thomians. Here's the ball out once again. Now the ball comes out wide to Henakan Kanamge. Too much space, too much power. This is what we were asking for so much. And he touches down for St. Thomas's for his second try.
It was surprising why the Thomians couldn't do that before. Simple tactic, get the ball to Naveen Henakankanai on your right wing and you'll have a try. Because this sort of situation, just 10 meters from the line, you give him space and you give him the ball, you're bound to see points on the board.
Yes, Derek, and the thing there was on that, if you look at the replays, if it does come up, there wasn't an overlap actually there. There were two men defending him, but I think he did extremely well to run around them. But St. Thomas, I think, should have been ahead much earlier because they had so many opportunities, but better late than never, and now game on once again.
Yeah, 12 points to 10 with the conversion to come. Ashwan Tahera to take the kick. Royal bringing in replacements as well in the meantime off your screen.
Yes, then we're getting to the last quarter of the game. I think the bench is now going to come and play a significant part because it has been energy sapping stuff from both teams, and the fresh legs who has the better quality of fresh legs coming off the bench could eventually decide this encounter, because both teams are still very much in it.
Yeah. Not sure who they have replaced and who they have brought in. Ashwanta Herat's crucial kick coming up. And he slots it through. 14 points to 10. And it'll be a stoppage once again after the 20-minute break. I was told that the World Rugby already had this rule, already was using this, and it's good to see Sri Lanka implementing as well, Abdullah.
Yes, it's just logical. No? If you don't, then you have to question why, because it's been an extremely energy-sapping game as well. Very physical. There's been good movement of the ball as well, and you've just got to look after these boys, with they're yet young, they're yet teens, and it's very prudent to have this break to follow this protocol laid down by the IRB.
ThePapare.com is everywhere now on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, and also SoundCloud. 24/7 news, your sports hub and the national and international sports news. You can catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, and also SoundCloud. ThePapare.com is right on you, just a touch away. As we start proceedings, the last 20 minutes, the last quarter of the match, Royal taking on St. Thomas's. A big shout out to goes to Shanak as well, whom we don't have in the commentary box today. As Ashok Kumar waiting for instructions from referee Shad Carter. Play starts. Here's Harit Senanayake once again taking the ball into contact. Now Pereira. Pandula. Taking about good 3 players. Manages to secure ball. Now Buminda Disanayake. Open space. Needs to pass the ball. The St. Thomas players. De Silva once again. Trying to go on the open side, runs through, needs support on the inside, looking for support, and pushed into touch. Good defense there from Royal College. That's Feroz, the number 23 coming in, and good cover tackle, and a good break too by the Tomian halfback.
Yes, Tomians now little by little getting a foothold of this game, Dinuk, and I think Royal will have to find some kind of a answer to this onslaught, because Tomians now seem to be getting into a certain pattern of play, and Royal will have to do something to try and disrupt that, because it's going to be very hard. Once the Tomian three-quarters start getting a bit of confidence, it'll probably rub off on the Tomian pack as well, and once that happens, I think it's going to be tough times for Royal.
So it's a try scorer, Riza, with the feed in, but doesn't go well. And it's a knock on by the second row.
Well, Asal, I'm sure you'd ask, why weren't they doing this earlier? Contesting the lineouts.
Exactly what I was talking about before. So it's never good to give easy ball to your opponents. Every time they try to get the ball, you have to make every step possible to make it as hard.
Well, I could understand if you're doing it in your own 22 defending, then you wouldn't want to take that chance. But when you are in the opposition's half, 40 or even in the 22, it's worthwhile giving it a crack because you don't expect to be pushed to 60 meters or 70 meters and consider try. So let's see another attacking platform for St. Thomas's here.
Picked up from Sajid Jayatillaka, beats two defenders, fends it off to Bhuminder. This time it's Mack who picks it up. Turnover ball, Royal in possession. Good breakaway. That's a number 5, Fernando. And referee Carter plays advantage. I don't know if it's advantage over, but referee Carter has put his arm down. Have many on the outside, but cuts back in.
Royal once again. Ashok now moves in as the scrum half. And that's Fernando once again taking the ball into contact. Ashok. Good kick through by Feroz. And Mahan Jayawardena needs to come out of this, needs support. And the Thomians jogging back. Mack gives it to Senanayaka once again. Cutting back inside and a penalty for Royal. Holding on, good pressure during the breakdown. And now Royal have managed to win a penalty inside St. Thomas's half after quite a long time. Abdullah coming into St. Thomas's half and managing to win a penalty.
Yes, I think you've got to give a lot of credit to the Royal defence. They held their line, they were putting in the big hits and forcing St. Thomas's to make crucial errors, especially at the contact. And I think if Royal can just regain possession here, drive them all, keep it tight and spend some time in the Thomian 22, I'm sure the points will come.
Riza. Once again, St. Thomas is not contesting. Referee says calls once and Royal move forward once again. And here comes the penalty. Advantage for Royal. Riza still with the ball. And it's a penalty for Royal. Interesting option. Coaching staff says go for touch. And Ashok will put this ball into touch inside the 22.
Yes, I think this is just playing right into Royal's hands here. This is just the situation they'd like to be in after being constantly under pressure. And I think if they get possession here, with just about 8 to 10 meters out, ideal platform for them to just maul this Thomian pack over.
Once again, not contesting. Ashok has moved into scrum half and Royal keep this momentum going. 5 meters to the try line. Again, an advantage for Royal College. They inch close to the line as Riza got it over. Looks like he has. Yes, he has.
No, it's not a try. I think referee was playing advantage and is called back for the penalty.
Referee brings back play, calls for a penalty.
I think the referee was a bit unsighted on that occasion, Dinuk. He was on the opposite side. But anyway, Royal have to just put that behind them and try and make the best use of this coming penalty. Also, Dinuk, I don't know if you noticed, Ashok Vijayakumar has come to the scrum half position and he seems to be organizing the forwards extremely well. And I think that has played a pivotal part in this last few minutes. As you can see, he's moved into the scrum half position. He's directing the Royal pack on how to approach this, and I think that experience is counting for a lot here.
Yeah, he has been playing at scrum half throughout 2015. Here's Royal once again. Reza going and taking the ball in control, and this time they go to the right side of the referee, gives the advantage, and he scores. So Royal finally come back to lead 15 points to 14. Just about 13 minutes to go on our clock. Hamza Reza, the try scorer for Royal. With the conversion to come, 15 points to 14. Second try, and both through rolling maul. And this is an important kick, Abdullah.
Yes, it is an important kick, and I think from that kind of position, you give Royal two cracks at the cherry, they're not going to miss out. First one, probably a bit unfortunate not to be given the try, but they put that behind them and they've gone over once again. So Royal taking a vital lead, and with the kick to come.
Yeah, the entire team have walked back to the bench. Off your screen, Sanat Marktis is barking instructions as the kick goes just off the left post. So a 1-point game here, entering into the last 15 minutes or so. SLS and Thompsons have to hit back, and hit back soon.
Yes, this is where I think the leadership counts. I think Sanjula De Silva has to, Pandula De Silva has to lead them from the front. And the other senior players, Henakankanange and Sachita De Silva, Mac Deshapriya, all of them, and the coaching staff have to give clear directions to the Thomian team to pull their socks up during these last 15 minutes. They have to put all of what happened back, and whatever opportunity they get, they have to score. They have to score immediately, and they have to hit back at the Royalists.
Yes, there's no purpose in Thomians panicking at this stage. Everything to play for, just a 1-point difference, so it's just one score difference. As Thomian win that line out and trying to give Royal a bit of their own medicine. So let's see how that pans out.
Not a bad one so far. They're pushed about 5 to 10 meters here now. Referee calls once. You can see Ashwanta Herath also within that. And now here's Tehan Pereira taking the ball into contact. St. Thomas's needs support, and a penalty for holding on. In fact, it's advantage for Royal. Good by referee Kader, letting it go and seeing if the Royal had anything to play with.
I think one thing that has let down Thomians in this game is their decision making in crucial stages. There were opportunities when they had overlaps and they decided to go to pick and go. And on that occasion, while they had the ascendancy in the maul, they were moving forward. I think the back row decided to break away and found himself isolated. So if this scoreline stays, the Royal manages to win this game, I think the Thomians will only have themselves to blame.
I think there have been enough and more opportunities for this scoreline to be more than 25 points to 14, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 25 points to 15. Ashok has got the confidence back. He's kicking those punts well.
Yes, in this last 10 minutes, I think he's going to prove crucial for Royal. He's got very good presence of mind. It's important that he just calms everyone down. And I think they've done well to bring him back to scrum half, where he can control the game a bit more, just like he did last year. And if Royal can just maintain possession and just grind this Tomian forward pack down, I think they will wilt at the end.
Lights come on at Royal Complex. Royal trying to use their rolling maul from their own half. And once again, I think a St. Thomas player has come off the side and they'll have another penalty. And this will take into St. Thomas's territory.
The rolling maul certainly hurting the Thomians, and even the Royalists understand the magnitude of the maul, and from their half also they are trying to get the penalties going inch by inch. They are getting closer and closer to the Thomian try line.
Yes, Royal's objective will be very clear in this last few minutes to try and play the game in the Thomian half as much as possible. It will deprive Thomians, even if they win a penalty, to try and kick at goal. So if they just keep possession of the ball, and the Thomians penalized once again for going on the side, and you could very well see a card coming out this time.
Royal maul in full momentum, driving forward. Referee Carter had his arm up. It's definitely a card this time for one of the Thomians. How will it be? I think it's Adisha Hanunpatirana.
I think it's got a great opportunity for Royal to put this game away once and for all. They are into the Thomian 22, and if they just get possession, Thomians one man down as well. It's going to be very, very hard for St. Thomas's to stop Royal from this position.
And look at the Thomian body language, it's not that great. And shoulders are down, no communication. Royal College once again jumps at number 2. Very good pickup by the second row. Referee says play on. Ashok this time gives it out to his threes. Knocks on, picked up by the Thomian backs. Gives it out. That's Navihina Kankarange. Can he weave his magic? Brought down by the number 23. Feroz. Thomian still in possession. He could have used a small kick and chase. Still keeping possession. That's good stuff by the Thomians. Unfortunately, Nana Ekara, the number 13 for St. Thomas's, knocks that one on. Is that the game for the Thomians?
Yes, it just clearly shows that crucial times you make the wrong decision. On that occasion, Royal have been doing the rolling maul extremely well. Why would you want to give it out? And they just turned possession over, and now they have just given Thomians a sniff again. They could have very well just camped in the Thomian half that time and just closed this game out. They're doing the rolling maul well. The Thomian forwards did not have an answer to it. And I think they have now turned over possession, but I think they regained possession. So I think it's just important that Royal in this last few minutes just try and maintain their composure, keep the ball as tight as possible. They haven't been working the line so far in the game, and there's no reason to do it now.
Yeah, replacements coming in as well. Madhuranga taken out for Royal College. So prop forward coming in. Ashok to feed this. Moving forward. Opportunity for St. Thomas's. Quickly taken by Jayatilaka. takes the ball into contact. Mac to Disanayaka. Here's Nanakara taking the ball into contact. Here's Ashwanta Herath. He's been doing this right through the day, picking and driving from the base. Nice switch play there, gives it to skipper Pandula. And Royal have turned over ball. Ashok will look to kick this down St. Thomas's territory and play the game in their own. Good decision. Bhumindra Disanayaka running away. Bad bounce. Straight into the St. Thomas's win three-quarter. Holding on, and a penalty for Royal.
You've got to doff your hats to this Royal defense, Dinuk. It's been fantastic. Somians have got themselves into so many positions where they can close this game out, but Royal pull a rabbit out of the hat somewhere through their defensive work. And I think with just 4 minutes to go and line out in the Thomian 22, wow, it's going to take more than a miracle for the Thomians to get out of this one.
Yeah, and a Royal ball as well inside the 22. And they've been contesting throughout in those breakdowns, Royal College. And in crucial positions, they have made the turnover. And the kick was good from Ashok. And Royal will have to get one good rolling maul for them to seal this game out. Referee Irshad Khadr has stopped the match, or rather has stopped the clock for some reason.
Yes, just getting back to the game, I think Royal just need to be calm on this occasion. They have the Thomians exactly where they need them. They just don't need to do anything silly. Just keep the ball tight. Just roll till this game is over. And I think the Gunaratna Trophy will be back at Royal for another year.
Yeah, run down the clock will be the call from coach Sanath Martis to the Royal forwards. And what this break will do is, I think it'll do good for Royal, because St. Thomas's, I don't think they're looking good to even go and have a chat. Royal are doing so.
Only Royal can lose it from here. It's like the final over in the World Cup. 19 runs of the World Cup. If the Thomians have a breath weight, then it's possible for them to win, but
sorry, Asla, to bring this up, final match of the T20 World Cup or final over of the Royal Thomian?
I was talking about the T20 World Cup. So let's hope St. Thomas's has a match winner. Still hoping, still having some sort of hope.
Riza. The ball's turned over by St. Thomas's, and the blue and black jump out of their seats. St. Thomas's have about good 70 meters now, and Royal will have to hold on to this. Will they kick this out? Bhumindra Disanayaka takes a lot of time to put this ball out, but he does so as Royal has knocked over and looked like a knock forward. So will this be the last opportunity for St. Thomas's? In the meantime, we have to pick a man of the match, Abdullah and Nasala. I know this game is not over yet. There could be someone who can walk away with the man of the match.
Well, if Royal do pull this off, Dinuk, I think they'd have to thank their defensive effort. It's been huge. But let's just wait for the last 2 minutes, because I think it'll be very difficult to give a man of the match with everything
Yes,
to play
Nana
for.
Kara gives it to Navin. Henakan Kalamge has one to beat. Trying to step off one. Pushes off the man. Navin Henakan Kalamge scores. This game has been swinging on the field and also on the commentary box. Abdullah, I would like to listen to you now.
Well, pretty much speechless, Dinuk. I was just honking as well, I think, a couple of minutes ago, saying that Thormians would need a mere miracle to get out of this. And I think Royal has presented that to them more than anything else. But a fantastic bit of individual play by Naveen Henakanda. What a fantastic run. That was his second try. He had 3 defenders to beat and just showed a superb turn of speed. And yes, I have egg all over my face here, and you have to give it to the Thormians. They persisted, and you just have to go to that last line out. Turnover ball. We were just talking about turnover. Royal line out has been solid this entire game, and that's just at that one crucial moment where they just needed to secure possession. They just turned it over.
Ashwant Herat, 19 points to 15. Do we have time on the clock? Concentration time for Ashwant Herat. The party will begin after this. He slot 3-2 in between the posts. St. Thomas's College have beaten Royal 21 points to 15. The crowd erupt at the Royal Sports Complex. And our man of the match, without a doubt, has to go to Naveen Henakanda. Agree, Asala?
Agreed, Dinuk. I think my predictions came true. That's all I've got to say.
Yes, congratulations to St. Thomas's. You just thought the game had slipped away from them, but they held their nerve, they held their composure, got the ball into their key runner, and what a fantastic run that was under pressure. He ran round the wing 3/4 with the fullback to beat, and the touchline near him did extremely well to run round him as well. And congratulations to St. Thomas's on a well-fought victory. But I think you have to give kudos to both teams. It was a fantastic game of rugby. The lead swung both ways. Both teams had their moments, and it was a game that could have swung either way, and eventually Thormians prevailed. So the Gunaratna Trophy, unfortunately, from Royal's point of view, moves back near the beaches of Mount Lavinia.
Thank you very much, Asala. Thank you, Abdullah. "21 points to 15, St. Thomas's College beaten Royal here at the Royal Sports Complex. Match 11 of the A Division Rugby League. Not to forget, St. Thomas's remain unbeaten in Division A, and Royal have suffered their first loss going into the holiday break. And that'll be it from the Royal Sports Complex. St. Thomas's beat Royal College 21 points to 15. Signing off from the ThePapare.com crew, Dinuk Bhaskaran, Asala and Abdullah. Thank you. Good night.
Now transact with over 14 million EasyCash customers via Dialog, Etisalat and Hutch. Dial #111# to register today. Now use selected commercial bank ATMs to withdraw EasyCash at your convenience.
Now I can withdraw EasyCash from any commercial bank ATM which displays the EasyCash logo. Select cardless transactions. Select your preferred language. Select EasyCash. Type in the amount you need. Enter your EasyCash account number. You will receive a message onto your mobile. Enter your EasyCash PIN and send to complete your transaction.
Now use commercial bank ATMs to withdraw EasyCash at your convenience. Call 7111 for more information. EasyCash, money in your mobile. Connect to Sri Lanka's largest Wi-Fi network with over 2,500 hotspots across the country. Cafes, restaurants, colleges, hospitals, bus stands, train stations and many more. Select Dialog Wi-Fi and visit wifi.dialog.lk to register and get your username and password. Choose from 4 easy ways to top up your account. Go Wi-Fi, go Dialog.
Sri Lanka is a small but proud nation, and we know we can conquer the world. So to me, it's important not to settle for anything but the best. Dialogue Television is our window to the world. It brings us the widest range of knowledge, information and entertainment from across Sri Lanka and the globe. From education for our kids to the latest movies. Dialogue Television, powered by the very latest in digital satellite technology, connects the world to every Sri Lankan home. Dialogue is the future today.
Don't be constrained. Be versatile, be flexible. You have the power. Set talk time, SMS and data quotas to match your style and enjoy the full potential of your mobile package.
It's my plan from Dialogue. Absolute power to you. To create your own plan, visit www.dialogue.lk/myplan or call 1777 for more information.
Now, reserving your train tickets is as easy as reaching for your Dialogue mobile. Just dial 444 and get instantly connected with the Dialogue Expo Rail ticket reservation service. A new and hassle-free way to discover the breathtaking sights and sounds of Sri Lanka is now conveniently at your fingertips, anytime, anywhere. Dial 444 to reserve your Expo Rail train ticket today. Dialogue, the future today. Now transact with over 14 million EasyCash customers via Dialogue, Etisalat and Hutch. Dial #111# to register today. Now use selected commercial bank ATMs to withdraw EasyCash at your convenience.
Now I can withdraw EasyCash from any commercial bank ATM which displays the EasyCash logo. Select cardless transactions. Select your preferred language. Select EasyCash. Type in the amount you need. Enter your EasyCash account number. You will receive a message onto your mobile. Enter your EasyCash PIN and send to complete your transaction.
Now use commercial bank ATMs to withdraw EasyCash at your convenience. Call 7111 for more information. EasyCash, money in your mobile.